Hello everyone, I'm Flavius from Spacelift. We care a lot about improving developer velocity and balancing the speed control paradox, and that's why our blueprints have some new updates. You can create multiple stacks from a single blueprint, create dependencies between them and share outputs, and also take advantage of input maps. Let's see it in action. So in our Spacelift account, we will go to blueprints, and now I'm just going to select one of the blueprints that I've created beforehand. So if you look in the blueprint here, I have a new item here called map. So in a map, you can add different elements that can be reused by your stacks below. And as you can see here on line 14, I have a new element called stacks instead of stack. So basically you can define multiple stacks in here. For my example, I have just two stacks, one that will actually create a Terraform stack that will create some EC2 instances, and another one for Ansible that depends on this one and receives the instances as an input from the Terraform stack, and then based on this input it will create the inventory for our Ansible configuration. For this example, I just set a single input called the stack name, and basically the names of the stacks will be formed by this stack name, and it will take from the map the stack name for each of them. So for this example, the Terraform stack will be called stack name, whatever you add here in the input, hyphen Terraform, and the Ansible one will be whatever you put in the input, hyphen Ansible. So let's see it in action and create the two stacks. So let's see here, blueprint dependency, and click on create stack. And now I'll be redirected to the parent stack. So if I go to dependencies, you're going to see that the Terraform stack right here is depended on by the Ansible one. So let's trigger a run to see it in action. As soon as the run was triggered, if we go to our dependencies, we're going to see on the Ansible one that the run is already queued. But now let's go back to the Terraform one. So it's in planning right now. You can see here that this will create 6 EC2 instances and a couple of other parameters required for these instances, like the SSH key that will be used by Ansible. So let's confirm the run now and create the EC2 instances. The instances were created successfully. Now let's go to Ansible and see what's happening there. The run is in preparing state right now, so we'll have to wait a couple of seconds for it to go to plan, and then we can apply it. The plan has now finished. We can check out what's going to happen on each of our hosts, but it's basically the same playbook. The only difference is that some of the instances have like a development environment tag, the others have QA, and the others have prod. So you can see it here. This will index the page for dev, this will do it for QA, and this, in this example, it will do it for prod. So we can apply the code and that's it. So as you can see, everything has been applied successfully. You saw me manually confirm some of the runs, but you don't have to do that. I just did it for demo purposes to show you what's happening exactly and what's the order of things. But you can auto-deploy everything if you want. There is a parameter that can be easily configured. You can configure it in the blueprint. You can configure it after you create the stacks from the blueprint. It's 100% up to you. And you are not limited to create 2 stacks with the blueprints. You can create how many stacks you want. You can configure them how much or how little you want. So in this way, you can easily take advantage of our self-service offering. And in addition to this, our blueprints integrate with ServiceNow. So if you want to integrate this with ServiceNow and have your developers just go to ServiceNow and request infrastructure from there by using our blueprints, this is very, very easy. And we have another video for that you can check out. That's it for this one. Thank you.